Yeah, I think speaking of reality, let's talk about Mitt's other gaffe.
Yeah, this is incredible. During this same interview with George Stephanopoulos, Mitt Romney was kind of casually asked, well, he mentioned middle-income people. So George Stephanopoulos says, what do you mean by middle income? And Romney says, you know, $200,000 to $250,000 a year of income or less. Here's that clip. This is pretty shocking stuff, okay? I'm warning you. It's a disturbing audio and video piece.
Keep the burden down on middle-income taxpayers.
Is $100,000 middle income?
Well, no, middle income is $200,000, $250,000 and less. So number one, don't raise taxes on middle-income people. Lower them. Number two,
there you go. So yeah, I mean, middle income, Lewis. It's about $250,000 a year. That's middle income. Now, later on, his campaign went on to clarify what he was talking about was household income, not individual. Doesn't matter, though, because according to the Census Bureau, the median household income is about $50,000, okay? Mitt Romney says it's $200,000 to $250,000. That's only 5 times more, okay? So even if you're talking about household income, it's still completely nonsense. Here's the reality, ladies and gentlemen. Mitt Romney is completely out of touch with reality. And the reality is the average household in America. He can't relate. His family earns about $20 million a year. He pays only 14% taxes. He doesn't really work. Of course, he had those speaking fees, which weren't really very much. Of course, they were $374,000 in 2011, which of course would be close to 10 times, 8 or so times, the average household income. If Mitt Romney knows how the economy works, if this is the guy who knows how to create jobs, as he says, or he knows how American families really would do better, if he's the guy who would be a good president because of his business experience, something he has touted, he is the guy who the country needs right now, shouldn't he at least know roughly within 2 standard deviations what the average American household income is? Is that unreasonable to expect?
No, I also love how he says he's going to cut taxes on people who make $250,000 and less, as if that goes all the way down, as if everybody who makes less than $250,000 a year is going to get a tax break.
And as if he's not going to cut them for the people that make over that amount by an incredibly absurd amount as well.
Let's talk about who gets the higher break, the bigger break.
Is mainstream media, right-wing media, conservative media, corporate media going to brand this as a gotcha question? What do you consider middle income? Is that under $100,000 or no, 200 to 250? It's like, name a newspaper that you read, from Katie Couric to Sarah Palin. It was a gotcha. That was an unfair question. How could you possibly, unprepared, expect the economic expert Mitt Romney to know what an average household makes, even within $200,000? You can't expect that.
You can't expect your next president to know what people are making in the country he lives in.
This is, Ann drives a couple of Cadillacs. I get speaker fees from time to time, but not very much. It's $374,000 a year. Middle-income household is about $200,000, $250,000 a year.
If you want to go to Harvard, just borrow money from your parents.
Why even borrow it? They'll just give it to you as a gift.
Yeah.